Inside this house behind me is my adopted Hawaiian family for the next 72 hours. This is day 2 of my 3-day adventure in Hilo, Hawaii, where I learn what it means to be American. Would you consider yourself American? On day 1, I met my new Hawaiian brother Kamaka and his lovely family. Today, I want to dive deeper and fully immerse myself in Hawaiian culture through getting my hands dirty in the ocean, pretending to be a university student, and learning some cooking traditions I've never seen before. But I no longer want to be some random tourist. I need to officially become a part of Kamaka's family. Certificate of adoption. Yeah, this is really important.
Emotional.
Yeah, it's a big decision, so be careful.
I guess it will say D.S. Robinson Ohana. I'm gonna do some auto cracks right now.
Please, yeah. No, because this is the first time I'm being adopted into a family.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
The other ones were an adoption.
I don't know how legal this is, but we'll go with it.
This is legal. Let me actually make this legal. Yeah. So let me just go legal.
And I think I need your signature if you're willing to be adopted by me.
Boom.
Right on. Cool, put this up on eBay. I got a signature. Got it.
There we go, everyone. It's official.
I'm gonna teach you the ha. So if you break down the word, alo is like face to face.
Yeah.
Like this, and ha is the breath. Like you go like this, and you go like this, and you breathe in, and then that's the aloha.
Sweet. Alright, it's day 2. Let's go. I want to remind you guys, if I ever do anything that's not the Hawaiian way, you please have to correct me, okay?
Okay, start again. The way you did that was so not Hawaiian. Are you serious?
I was self-conscious. My Hawaiian brother had a full day planned out for us, including building an underground meat oven. But we'll get to that. Right now, let's see what an everyday breakfast in Hilo looks like.
What do you think you should get?
Honestly, every day I wake up, I would just order spam eggs and rice.
Spam eggs and rice, Portuguese sausages, eggs and rice. That's a local breakfast right there.
This is like the ultimate school lunch. Like if you're going on a field trip, and your mom would bring you here first, you know that you were the cool kid.
There's a lot of Asian influence. We see it in like the bento box and like there's ramen places. Can't wait to try this. That's spam, musubi with egg,
the bean
rice. This is really good.
So these aren't, honestly, these aren't like the best. Like you could have better, like if it's fresh.
For fast food, this is really good.
Yeah, I guess it's our local version of fast food. The food has been blowing my mind so far, but it only scratches the surface of my Hawaii experience. If I wanted to fully immerse myself into the culture, I needed to learn from more experts on the topic. So we're walking on University of Hawaii's campus? Yeah. Yeah.
What are we doing here?
We're gonna go meet Lito. He's a jack of all trades. He's gonna teach us a lot about the Hawaiian culture, specifically the ocean. Because you know, in Hawaiian culture, the land is important, but so is the sea.
People pick up their shoes. Aloha.
So before we start here, let me show you around. This is basically the center, the source of the revitalization of Hawaiian language.
It's interesting how like language is such a big symbolization or representation of the culture. I know you said like only a small percentage of people know it, and
well, now it's grown exponentially. This is my new Hale friend right here. What's your name, brother? I'm sorry.
Markian.
Markian. But you're actually getting into fish now.
So I've just been attending this class on zoology, ethnozoology, I believe, and it's really cool to see how connected everyone is to the land. This is so different than like my city life in LA.
The first rule of learning in Hawaii.
What's the first rule of learning?
Yeah, I was thinking that when you were talking. So Nana Kamaka, like look at the eyes.
Nana Kamaka.
Yeah. Olohe kapepeau.
Olohe
kapepeau. So like listen with the ears.
Listen with the ears, yeah.
Pa'akavaha.
Pa'akabaha.
That means like shut your mouth. So it's like look,
listen, but don't talk.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know, like to kilo or to observe. If you observe and you focus well enough, you'll answer 80% of the questions that you have.
What is that?
Aloha kekahi. Kekahi means to love one another. That's the literal translation. But like if you take care of others, then that reciprocation of care and love will happen.
Because you're taught to give so much, and when other people aren't, let's say outsiders who come and don't respect, like you must feel burnt,
That's the difference true strength, is you give anyway. It's the ability to hold your composure, because that's how you would want your children.
Yeah, that takes a lot of strength to be able to do that.
You gotta learn to love them anyway.
Always choose aloha.
Yeah, always choose aloha. Because once you go down that road, you cannot take them back.
We had some more really insightful conversations with the school teacher. I didn't think I'd be visiting the University of Hawaii, but I think we're now gonna get some more poke.
Okay.
Poke. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
My brother.
Palala.
Palala?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's just like a slang for brother in Hawaiian.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Before meeting my palala kamaka and the professor, I didn't know anything about Hawaiian traditions and values. To be honest, all that I knew came from the movies. Well, one movie to be specific. When you guys talk about like your immersion schools and learning about the fish in school and how like all these plants are used for different things, like how different is it from like Moana? You know,
From Moana.
In the sense, you know, obviously it's a different time and a different island, but it looks like, you know, you're with the family there, the kids are running around, they're climbing the trees, getting the coconuts, running to the beach. Like, is that kind of what your childhood was like?
Honestly, kinda, yeah. Like, I hate to admit it, but like, kinda, yeah. Like,
What are you talking about? We're civilized people. We don't talk with our mouths full.
we used to just go climb coconut trees, or between classes we just go husk the coconuts, and like by lunchtime we have like a coconut to eat.
You ever heard the iceberg metaphor?
Yeah.
So it's 10% of the iceberg is on top of the surface.
Right,
90% is underneath the surface.
Yeah.
So when you come to a culture, or you see something on TV or the movies, you see that 10%, you know?
Right.
But underneath it is the values, the morals, the history, traditions, all of that. And everything you're learning right now.
Yeah, and everything you're learning right now, exactly.
So in superstores like this, you can get poke.
Oh, is this where you get poke?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is like real everyday local stuff.
Actual
This
stuff.
Poke Market that you went to?
That was great.
That's where I go on my birthday.
That's where you go.
It's a little like high quality. This is just like,
This is your everyday, yeah.
you get what you can get.
Can I get this spicy ahi, please?
Awesome.
Yes, please.
No, that was a trick. He got you.
Chopsticks. Definitely chopsticks. Chopstick, there you go. I didn't know it was an option between fork or chopstick. I thought it was fork or no fork. Just on the conversation of Moana, Ku was telling me that he doesn't like the song You're Welcome because you're welcome. Ku, you said you're welcome. There's no word in Hawaiian language for you're welcome.
Yeah.
Or goodbye.
So yeah, it's selfish to say you're welcome. So that's why in Hawaiian language, like we don't really have a word for that.
Right.
The closest thing is like "Aohe pilikia." It's like no problem.
I wanna pay.
No, let me. I want to get this for them.
No.
Just let me get this. Oh, you took away my blessing.
Well, you took mine away, so someone has to be taken away.
You're quick with that. I had the card in the machine.
You guys do so much for me that this is the least I can do. It's funny how different cultures, you know, like the fights to pay is always fun. All right, we got our lunch. Now it's good time to eat it. I think wherever we're gonna do the next activity. Now that we were outside the classroom, Professor Lito is gonna have me experience firsthand the connection Hawaiians have to the land. More specifically, the ocean. So it seems like we're on the beach now. And like it's like black sand. This is true Hawaii lifestyle over here.
So one part of aloha kekahi kekahi is, you know, not just loving other people, but loving your surroundings. I'm gonna teach you how to aloha ikaaina.
Oh, okay.
Opala, rubbish.
You take care of the land's gonna take care of you.
Yeah, there's such a deep respect for the land. It's almost like you don't own it in a sense.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Gonna eat poke by the beach? Oh, this is gonna be cool.
This is the same nut that used to make the torches in ancient Hawaii with the oil. We use it to make a relish or a type of seasoning.
I can't wait to try this.
And you shouldn't eat too much.
Yeah.
It's a
Of what?
laxative.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
He got his own private bathroom, no worries.
In the stores, we call it white crab. Sometimes call it holly crab.
Holly crab, yeah.
And it is basically, this is how I eat it. I don't know if it's the proper way to eat it, but
Suck it all out.
and then you spit the shell on the ground and you're not littering.
I have a question. A lot of the topics and conversations are all about, you know, the way our ancestors did it, you know, and like, this might be a weird question, but if you could choose to live at that time or to live in Hawaii today, do you have an answer?
I have one answer. I would choose to call Dr. Strange and I'd ask him for time warp on ancient Hawaiian to over here.
See what they think.
And then I would let him live here and I'd take him and then I would just tap his brain left and right.
Speaking of way of old.
Oh.
I was talking about throwing it. I'm gonna throw blind right now. There's some ripples in the water, so the fish, you always assume that the fish can see you before you can see the fish.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You got a flower.
Oh, cute.
Okay, so we're gonna watch this howler throw some net.
Don't underestimate me. Good luck. Okay.
Grab right here. Yeah, remember from here, you aim with your shoulder, and then when the momentum's good.
Just extend both arms like that. Mark, any tips here?
Don't look like a fool
All right.
in front of millions of
Here
people.
comes the wave. Here comes the wave.
Psych!
Strike one.
Yeah.
Strike one. This is gonna be great stuff. Bro. This is great stuff. Bro. You cannot imitate that
Yeah.
stuff.
This time I'll remember to release it. Okay.
I'll try it after, see how a local does
Okay.
it.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I also don't know, so
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
got it. Hey.
Hey. Not bad. And I don't think your first throw was an official throw.
No.
You didn't let go.
Exactly. It doesn't count. All right, local boy.
I'll go try. I'm pretty sure my dad used to teach us this when we were young, but that was a long time ago.
All right, if you catch something,
I already caught a son.
technically I'm your brother, but I'm the son in your family.
I was just saying son because I adopted you.
Oh,
So I wasn't sure what our relationship was.
Woo! At least you let go of it.
I had to go a little bit more forth. Did you tell them about how you make it to it?
This is a tedious job for people who have nothing better to do. It's so hard to do.
To make the net?
Yeah, because there's a certain way to make the Hawaiian kind.
Yeah.
If you're a fisherman, you're supposed to know how. And I was one of those lazy ones that I never wanted to learn. Why learn when I have all of these kupuna and uncles that know how to do it? But through the years, they slowly moved on, you know? And I'm like, oh shucks, I regret. I wish I learned. You're never too old to start.
That was cool. Thanks for showing that to us. Now that I've basically mastered the art of throwing fish net, I needed to ask Lito the question. If you watched day one, you know that this Hawaii trip is part of my American series where I live with 10 diverse families across the US to learn what it means to be American. Yesterday, I asked Kamaka and his family this question and their answers were brutally honest.
I wouldn't consider myself American.
I feel like I'm Hawaiian first.
It's such a weird thing because we always consider ourselves Hawaiian. Nobody says I'm American.
So it was time to see how the professor was going to answer this sensitive question.
The first question I want to ask you is, would you consider yourself American?
I consider myself American, but not necessarily by choice. It is what it is. And there's people here that are torn, just like me. They're torn.
I mean, your answer was also torn.
You know what?
You're not proud of it.
Yeah, we get a lot of opportunities. You know, we can join the military. You know, we got programs like the Peace Corps where I can go and volunteer. You know,
There's like a bad taste when, you know, tourists have come to Hawaii and changed the culture or disrespect. In the last 2 years, maybe it's been heightened.
We're all struggling. We're getting booted out of here. Everybody's moving here with their depiction of what Hawaii is, but it's not really true.
So when you think of the word America, what comes to mind immediately? What feeling comes to mind?
Torn. Because part of me says that I don't want to be a part of America. I'm Hawaiian national. Always will be. We live by our national motto. The life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. Like I said, we're disregarded and stepped on aside. And I think the positive out of it is that when you watch us, we deal with it, but we're going to shake them off. We're going to hold our composure, and we're going to continue to live our day as if we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring.
Talks like that is just so impactful, man.
Yeah. Hearing Lito talk about how Howlers like me move in here without understanding the culture showed me how important it is to really dig deep before calling Hawaii home. And that meant taking part in unique traditions like the one I'm about to show you.
All right. What's the family's name?
so the Lewis Ohana. So the last name is Lewis. Yeah.
So we're gonna prepare for a big dinner party tomorrow by preparing the food like
Dinner or
traditional
lunch?
style.
I'm not too sure.
Oh, dinner or lunch. So it's an intense cooking situation. Let's check it out.
Oh, wow.
You ready to teach them?
Oh, this is gonna be a treat. Hello.
Hi, how are we doing?
Good. Oh my goodness.
What are your first thoughts?
This is intense. This is intense.
In this case, we're just using, of course, cuts of pork rather than the whole body of it.
This is one pig?
Yeah, it's about the meat worth of a one pig.
Yeah? Oh my god. There they are. So one pig would be the equivalent of generally of what we put in?
That was. Maybe 2 or 3 of them.
There's a lot of theories that a lot of people have in our culture with the pua'a. But our number one purpose is when it comes to like ho'okupu. Ho'okupu is like it's like an offering, and the pua'a is the number one when it comes to lono ika makaiki. It's like a time of peace.
And basically, it's the imo or the underground oven. So we put it in now this evening, this afternoon, and take it out in the morning, and then it just breaks apart right off like in strings. First thing we're doing, we're putting on the banana stumps.
Banana stalk?
Banana stumps.
Yeah. I've never touched it before.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Still attitude with nature compared to everyone.
There's water in the stump, and when we put it on the hot rocks will heat up the stumps and create steam, and that's what we're looking for to help cook the pork.
You're getting a very unique experience because like how you said, everybody's so connected to the land.
Yeah.
You'll meet people who aren't. Local people that grew up there their whole lives that, you know, never had this kind of experience.
This is the next layer on top. This is gonna go on the bedding.
When do you cook food like this versus, is this like special occasions?
Graduation, weddings, even funerals.
That's why I think the food and naturally tastes that much better. The time and the effort and the energy it takes to get to, you know, that final product. We actually just like spending time with people, so we just do this to attract people to come and hang out with us.
We call it aloha over here. So if we make everything with aloha, then everything just comes out superb.
This feels so special doing this right now.
Have you seen anything like this in other cultures?
No, I haven't had an experience like this.
I mean, that's why it's so important to have that kind of intergenerational learning. The faster that they know and they can appreciate these kind of practices, they'll know not to waste it on the plate.
So now we're doing it. Little walk.
You don't have this in Spain or LA, huh?
No, not really. This is so different than anything else I've done growing up.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, we'll monitor it and try to cover some steam if it's, you know, exposing itself later.
Oh, I just finished doing this emo by myself.
Was it hard to do?
They're just standing around and just watching me.
Yeah,
But good thing I was able to teach them.
I guess, yeah, we can culminate it with a pule or prayer.
Okay.
I couldn't believe that the family let me prepare the imu with them. It was so special. From Kamaka and Ku teaching me how to make a lei to building this underground oven, it was clear that Hawaiians are excited to share their values and traditions with others. You just have to be curious and respectful. And if you're curious on how this meat is gonna look after we uncover that satellite dish tomorrow, well, you're gonna have to wait for day 3. So make sure you subscribe.
Thank you. Hey, right on, bro.
Part of this best experience. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was such a cool tradition to be part of.
My ohana, not actual, you know, blood ohana, but you know, basically grew up together, and that's how it is. That's the culture. Yeah, everyone's ohana. You're already ohana.
And legally too.
Legally
and officially.
Are they driving the little golf cart? Are you driving it yourself?
No, we need to make room for Uncle.
I made it to Uncle status. I'll squeeze in over here.
Ready?
All right, let's do it. Hilo, how old are you?
6.
Drift them, drift them, drift them.
Oh, I can.
Maybe not with all of us.
You're gonna drop us off. We're gonna get some food.
Right now?
Yeah. You did a great job. Thank you.
Mahalo, Hilo.
Mahalo. Look at that, 6 years old.
We'll see you soon.
All right, we just said goodbye to everyone. Tomorrow is when we're going to eat the food from the imu, have a nice lunch, big lunch with family. I have a very small family. I've never experienced something like this, so this is really nice. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Before we head back home, there was still one very important member of Kamaka's family that I needed to meet.
Hello.
I think we're about to meet Kamaka's dad right now.
Hey.
Markian, nice to meet you.
Welcome to the family. I've seen you're adopted now.
Gonna try and bang him.
You're my nephew. So tell me about your experience today.
We went to the beach to eat poke.
Hey, he said poke, not poke.
Yeah.
You got it. My God. Okay, he got it.
I'm glad you corrected me.
Yeah, I got
keep
you.
saying it wrong. I have a question. There's so many beautiful things about Hawaiian culture. What is missing in Hawaiian culture that other cultures might have?
I think the languages, that's one thing we've raised our kids in the Hawaiian language immersion program. It's an effort to revitalize it because it was almost lost.
Yeah, it's really interesting how the missing language is like a big part of bringing back the cultures. It's on the language, and it's weird for me to think, oh, They lost their language for how many years? Like between 50 to 100 years?
Yeah, about over 50.
Wow.
Longer, yeah.
If you're confused as to why Hawaii's entire language was banned, here's a 14-second summary of what you need to know. 124 years ago, Spain was fighting America, and the US wanted to use Hawaii as a naval base. The Hawaiians said no, so the US government took over anyway. The result, their queen was overthrown, the Hawaiian language was banned, and their culture was ripped away. It's weird to think that there was just a gap in history where people stopped speaking the language because they were oppressed.
Pockets. There's the Leo Hawaii, the Hawaiian voice. To hear it as it used to be spoken, that's something I think that is lacking.
Walk you guys out.
We just had an amazing time talking with Kamaka's dad and stepmom. I'm still wanting to learn hula dancing. It is still on my list. I thought I was gonna do it yesterday, didn't work out. I thought I was gonna do it today, didn't work out. But I think tomorrow I'm gonna meet up with one of the family members who knows hula dancing. So I gotta do it before I end this 72-hour challenge. What I didn't know was that I was about to meet two people who might be able to grant my hula wishes.
You're in the presence of two Miss Aloha.
We did a quick interview tonight.
Wait, Miss Aloha Hula? What's that? And why do these two women look like royalty? Well, I'm glad you asked. During the annual Merry Monarch Festival, which I went to yesterday, female hula dancers compete for the title of Miss Aloha. This title has been rewarded for more than 50 years to the best hula dancers in Hawaii, and it's a big deal. What makes a good hula dancer versus not a good one?
You say it factor, yeah. They come on and they just shine. I mean, there's something about them.
Control the stage. Like
yeah, they command the stage. You can tell just walking out before they even start.
Yeah.
You can see. Like, yes.
Kamaka, you said you learned a little bit in school?
some hulas that we learned, like I kind of remember, like this isn't wehe, where you're doing like this.
The step and then.
I feel like he looks wobbly. Do I look wobbly too? I think hula is a little specific. You have to learn an actual hula.
The routine.
Yeah.
So I guess learning hula in an hour was not a possibility for me. Which was unfortunate because look at my mind-blowing moves. I mean, I had it in me. Okay, another successful day in Hawaii. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, let me actually go take a shower. Yeah. Morning, everyone. We have quite an early start. It's 6:30. We need to go prepare the emu food for lunch. Very important. Kamaka, this is just a reminder that I'm part of your family for the next 24 hours.
Don't remind me. Ready? Ready to work.
All right, we're ready to reveal the emu and I guess prepare lunch.
Hello, Kakayaka.
Hello.
The UFO landing.
Yeah. So we're just gonna grab this and shift this up onto here.
Perfect.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, not so fast. Like I said earlier, if you want to see how well the emu worked out, you're gonna have to tune in to day 3. Along with eating more delicious food, day 3 is all about exciting adventures. From attending parades to surfing in the ocean and even cliff jumping. My feet were not ready for this.
Aloha and ahoy ho!